Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Buying and Selling in Free-to-Play Runescape. So in today's episode, we are going to try some of the more expensive pieces of the trimmed armor, like we might do the iron set, which is at least 100k pretty much for any piece. We might try trimmed black armor, which is also very expensive, and we might try a couple new items. Again, we're going to try to keep this episode a bit shorter, because I don't know, my attention span isn't really anything past 5 or 6 minutes. So I don't know why I'm making 15-minute videos. So yeah, I'm just going to try and make it a bit shorter, maybe release a few more. Another reason is because we made absolute bank. Is that how you say it? Yeah, okay. In this episode, so it didn't really need to be that long, or else we'd almost be done. Okay, so we're just going to jump right into it here. We're going to start with the Team Cape 7, which we've already checked the margin for. It was pretty good. We're going to try buying them for 45 GP each. Now, 2,000 is probably a little ambitious here. We're not going to get that many, but who knows. And the second item, we thought about doing the adamant plate legs, and we ended up checking the margin. It wasn't really worth it. So we ended up going with was the Mithril Full Helm G, I believe. Yeah, so the Mithril Full Helm G, we're just going to check the margin on our own. Apparently it's more expensive than that. So yeah, I think it was about 30k people were selling it for, and we were able to buy it for somewhere around 20k, I believe. So a 10k margin on here. I'm just going to check here. Yep, so 29 and 40 GP people are selling it for, and we would be able to buy it for approximately 17,462. So that's about 13k margin, 12k margin, so that's pretty good. And for our last item here, we're going to go with another Team Cape. We're going to try Team Cape 3. So we're just checking it again. It has 551. So that's a great margin on that. Probably won't get 450 GP each on these, but we can see how many we can buy for the 55 price. So we have to put another 2k in, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright, we just made so much money. So let's just check what happened here. The Team Cape 7s, we managed to buy 186 of them, and each one we bought made about 500 GP on. So that alone, we bought all the Team Capes for 8,300, and we sold them for 102k. So that's like 90k we made on the Team Cape 7s. The Mithril Full Helms, we were making about 11,000 each one we bought, and we bought 26. So we bought them all for 558k, and we sold them for 767k, which is 210k profit. And the Team Cape 3s, we bought 90 of them approximately. Let's see, 93, and we bought them all for 5k, and we sold them for 37k. So that's another like 30k right there. So in total we made like 400k just off those 3 flips. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can repeat that again here. So we're gonna come up with a couple new items. We're not going to end up doing the black plate legs tee. We're probably going to end up doing the more expensive plate body. But for the first item, we are just dumping the full helms we had from earlier. We're going to sell them for about 25k. You can kind of see in the background there. Just the 6 that we had left. Yeah, 25,500. And for the second item, we are just going to do another Team Cape. Again, surprise, surprise. We're going to do the Team Cape 9 this time, which I think had the 300 or 400 GP margin on it. Yeah, so 400 we could sell it for and buy it for 90. Okay, so that's a good margin. We're going to try that. And lastly here, we're going to try the black plate body G, which kind of buys and sells anywhere between 150 and 200k. I checked online. League of Legends, go away. So we're going to try to put in kind of the lowest offer possible to about 150k for the black plate bodies, and we'll only be able to afford a couple of them. So we're going to buy, I think, 3 or 4. Yeah, so hopefully that works out because we're kind of investing a good amount of money into this. Alright, so we only managed to buy 1 of the black plate bodies. We had that offer there for ages. So we only got 1. But we did sell the rest of our items pretty quickly. So the Team Capes, Team Cape 9, they did crash to 129. So we made 29k on it. So whatever, that's still not too bad. And the full helms we sold for, I guess, about 10k profit on each one. So that's 50k just from the full helms. And so we bought the plate body for 150k. We're going to try to sell it for 200. Not sure if that's going to happen because you can kind of see it's in a little bit of a downward trend. So we might break even on this, maybe make 10k or something, but we'll try putting in for 200 and hope for the best. Yeah, so 200 for that. I think the next item we're going to try again is the mithril full helms, or possibly the mithril plate legs. But man, they just made us so much money, there's just no reason not to do them. And after these items, there's only a couple more free-to-play items I can really try. So yeah, the mithril full helms, people are buying them for 21k. Let's see what the buy price is. Yeah, 5k. See, look at that. That's like 15k right there. You can almost always sell them for 20k or more. So yeah, we're just gonna try to buy 30 of them. Why not? I mean, for each one we buy, we could potentially make 15k on that. So yeah, we'll put the mithril full helms in. And for the last item here, I think we're gonna just do another team cape. Because why not? The team capes are working, the trimmed armor is working. We'll slowly branch out into other items, but this is not going to last forever, so we might as well, especially when people are looking at my video, so I might as well take advantage of this while I can. Yeah, so we're going to try the Team Cape 1. Team Cape 1 had a pretty decent margin on it, so we're going to try to buy, I don't know, probably a couple thousand of those. Might get a tenth of that. Yeah, so we'll put an offer in for 260 here, and we'll buy about 1,000 of them, and I'm just going to leave this in for a while, so I'll check back in a couple hours probably. Alright, so everything is sold. The black plate body we sold for just a 10k profit, so not too much on that, but we didn't lose any money. The mithril full helms, we managed to buy 15 of them, and we bought them all for 76k, and we sold them for 285k, so that's over 200k profit right there. Look at that. Yeah, it's like more like 215k, so that was super easy. And the team capes, we made about 20k on, so not as much on that, but still, I mean, God, those full helms are so good. Okay, so the first item we're going to try this time is going to be different. We're going to try the mithril full helm T, I believe. Yeah, so mithril full helm T, we're going to check the margin here, so we're going to buy it for 10k, and we're going to sell it for, I think somewhere around 2k. Yeah, 2,265. So that has like a 7-8k margin on that. So that's a great first item. So we're gonna buy, well, I might as well buy a ton of these because they're only 2k each. Alright, so we end up buying 40. Alright, and so we're looking for a second item here. I think we're gonna go with the one we've tried a couple times, the adamant play legs. I checked a couple of the other wackier items and they didn't really seem to have very good margins on them. So we're gonna try the adamant full helm first. Too lazy to put the margin up enough to buy it. So I think we're just going to move on to the adamant plate legs. Yep, so the adamant plate legs, we're going to try buying for 30k. Let's see here. Yep, so they're buying for 28, pretty much 29k. And we'll see what we can sell them for. 10k, yeah, so that's a good margin. That's 20k right there. So we're going to buy probably 10, 20, or 30 of these. Let's have a look. What? Why'd I do that? Alright, we've been looking for an item forever now, so I think we're just going to do the Team Cape 30. Can't really find anything too much better. They seem to sell pretty quickly though, so this shouldn't be too bad. You can see all the items I've tried there. Yeah, so let's try Team Cape 30. I think we bought them for somewhere around the 500 mark. Yeah, 500 exactly actually. And yeah, we'll sell them. I think there was 200 or 300 GP profit on here. So really not too bad. Actually, that's pretty good. So that was worth the wait actually. So we'll put in an offer for 1,000 or something of these. And I will check back when a couple of these things have bought. Okay, so we sold 7 of the adamant play legs for 25k each. So that's a 15k profit on each one. We ditched the team capes because they were buying so slowly, and we instead bought some adamant plate legs for just 6k each, so should we make a lot of money on that. And we are slowly selling these off. Oh my god, this is taking forever. But we're steadily making 2,700 per sale, so that will eventually net us quite a bit of money. So on the plate legs we made about 105k. When we sell all of these freaking mithril plate legs T, we will get about 120k. And yep, so for this time, we're going to sell the adamant plate legs that we did manage to buy. We just checked the margin there quickly. Looks like it's about 18k from 6, so it's about 12k on that. So that's another healthy margin that we can take advantage of. Okay, for our last item here, we are going to try the iron plate legs. So iron plate legs G. Now I can see it says it's actively traded for 300k, which I don't know if that's right. So we take it out, but we're going to put it in for about the same, about 99k. And we're hoping to make, I'd say maybe 30 or 40k off this item. We're only going to buy one, I believe. Or maybe, actually, no, we'll buy a couple. We'll buy 4, and we'll see how this works out. Alright, so we have sold everything, and I think this is where we're going to tally up the items we have and just call it the end of the episode. So we sold all the adamant plate legs for a 11k GP profit per plate leg, so that was 143k there. The iron plate legs, we got a little scared and dumped them just for a 10k profit. Still 40k, and we're almost done selling all these mithril plate legs T. So the ones we've sold, we made about just over 100k on, so still very happy with all these flips. So if we take where we started the episode at, which was 946k, we are at almost 2 mil. We are at 1950k plus 25k in items, so we made over a mil this episode, and probably the least amount of flips and actual time. Like, this was probably recorded over 3 days, so a mil in 3 days is not that bad considering I probably only play like an hour a day or something. Maybe less even. I just check it. I think about it a bit, but honestly, when I'm logged in, probably only 50 minutes at a time. And this would be even shorter if I wasn't recording everything. So yeah, the insane progress this episode. We are getting very close to a bond. So we'd probably only be a couple more episodes, and then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do past then. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you left a comment, like, or if you want to see more, just hit the subscribe button. Awesome. I'll see you guys next episode.